So head scratchers abound. I'm still in Philippians. Head scratchers are for the Reformed Calvinist TULIP people. Paul, again, speaking, writing, says, what has happened to me has actually served to advance the gospel. What an arrogant statement that is. Doesn't he know that God gets all the glory, first of all? And God, if the Calvinist reformer might say, well, this is what God's decreed, and well, it's okay, but why would Paul say this? Doesn't he know God's decree? And why does Paul think there's a result from him being in chains? Why would he give that the nod? And he's in chains for Christ. My chains, most of you brothers and sisters have become confident to proclaim the gospel without fear. Wait a second. Why is Paul saying, me getting all chained up is what's giving you guys more confidence? It really has nothing to do with that, according to Reformed theology. Unless, of course, I don't understand Reformed theology, which I'm sure anyone who watches this will tell me that I don't. But if everything's been predetermined and it's going to happen exactly as God wanted it to, and God chose these words to come out of Paul's mouth, Paul's lying. It's not really anything about, his chains, his trouble. Now, let's go on. Some preach Christ out of envy and rivalry. Well, that's weird. Whether they're believers or not believers. Let's say they were not believers. What are they preaching Christ for? I thought they were unable. I thought they couldn't believe. I thought that they were reprobate. I thought they hated Christ, hated God, and they couldn't understand it anyway. Yet Paul goes on to say, if these are unbelievers, that these people are still preaching the accurate Christ. And Paul goes as far as to say, this is a really good thing. Don't hinder them, even though they're knuckleheads that are unbelievers. They're sharing the truth. And the truth is what sets you free. The truth is what's going to get people to believe. Wait a minute. That's not how it works, Paul. The only way that this gospel would be any good is if God has got a group of people in the vicinity that have been regenerated, changed, irresistibly caused, irresistibly willed, be given a new heart of flesh. That's the only way. And how do you know they're going to be preaching in the right spot at the right time? You don't know any of that. You can only hope, but your hope is futile because your hope has been determined by God. Oh, man, I can't believe that people believe this stuff. And yeah, I'm talking about the Reformed theology. It scratches my head. As you can tell, look, all the hair is gone. So preaching, silly means of sharing anything because God's got it all wrapped up anyway. But again, why would Paul be so excited about these people preaching? Now, if they're believers, okay, at least it answers how they could understand the gospel or why they would go about maybe sharing the gospel. God haters don't go out and preach accurate gospel to save people. They hate God. They want anything but. They want to pull people away from God. They're of the devil's world. So it just doesn't, none of this makes sense, guys. It's just crazy. I could go all day on every verse. The more I read this, thinking about what's applied from the Reformed positions, I could go all day. I can come up with the same 10 questions for every verse. And I'm sure Calvinist reformers are getting sick of listening to me, but I'm going to keep going. Head scratchers about